When you take out the main ingredient, after a while, it's just not going to be the same thing anymore. Even if this new weird whatever you get out of taking out that ingredient makes it sell more, makes it get more attention, whatever. If you take out those main ingredients, after a while, time is going to pass, and it's just not going to be the same thing. It's going to keep morphing into different things. And with this music, it's no different. You take out the R&B, you make it irrelevant. That means you make the soul of the music irrelevant. You make the pulse of the music irrelevant. The spirituality, saying the things that move the soul. You're trying to move the soul, not just move the body. See, the modern music has, with that 808 drum, it can move the body and stuff, but it's moving the body at a lower frequency. First off, you know what I'm saying? That R&B, that gospel, that spiritual music, that we've been making since don't say the 70s, since slavery. It's meant to move the spirit, and music has continued to try to, for some reason, make those R&B elements irrelevant. I don't know if it's just because we're not using live instruments no more and we've moved over to digital. I know that's part of it, but a lot of artists still use live instruments. And as you're seeing now, you should. That's going to be a big difference between setting us apart from AI music, which people should not be afraid of, because again, there's no soul in it. People are going to, they want a connection. How are you going to have a connection with an AI artist? They don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be cuckoo here. Nobody's going to care about an AI artist's story because they don't really exist. The people like Jelly Roll are still going to, those are the people who are going to get the crowd's attention, because not only is they playing spiritual music that touches the soul of the man, they have a story to go with it. People want to know your story when you're sitting up there, man. What has this person been through to get here to me right now? And this digitized, not real microwave stuff that we do have out here right now, it's not getting the job done no more. And that's why you see in hip hop, it's not charting the way it used to. We've moved away from the R&B ingredients. We've moved away from the spirituality. We're not moving the people no more the way they need to be moved. People aren't feeling the music the way they used to. They're just digesting it and moving on to the next thing real quick. It's almost like these songs are like, sweets on the appetizer board before the real actual food comes. These songs have become like appetizers. They're not the entree no more. A record used to be the entree. And it's an ugly thing, and it's a sad thing, and I'm sure producers and a lot of old school artists have been saying this was going to happen for years, and a lot of them are probably sitting up looking at the chickens coming home to roost, and they're like, well, we told y'all this is going to happen. And so it's gonna be up to younger engineers and artists and producers to really get back and go back and study what always worked and get back to that, if you want to save this flatlining game that we call the music industry, because it's not going to continue to last with this no emotion, AI driven music that doesn't have any spiritual value, no sentimental, no real nothing to it. The bottom line is, in a grand scheme, right now the people don't feel the music anymore because you've taken the R&B elements out of it, you've taken the soul elements out of it, you've taken the spiritual elements out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta bring that vibe back somewhat for this to be able to work. And I think some artists are seeing that, obviously, that are younger and things like that, but it's going to take older artists and younger artists to collab to make this thing work. Also, we're going to need that youth for the longevity, for the consistency, and we're going to need that age for the wisdom and the know-how, you know. But that's just the way I see it right now. You know, I feel like if you bring back all those R&B elements and that spiritual thing that the music always had, those main ingredients that have been to continue to be pushed out, if you bring those things back, I feel like the industry will reset itself financially, spiritually, all those different things, you know. But that's just from another, you know, artist trying to be heard, artists trying to come up, you know what I mean? That's just coming from somebody who's 37 years old. I've watched a lot of the game in the last 3 decades, almost 4, and just seeing where things are and where they've been and where I feel like they're going. And I've been one of the people who've been right the whole time as far as the direction where things are going. And people always ask me, what do we need to do? Kid, what do you think the industry should do to revive this thing? Got to bring back them R&B elements. Got to get them church kids back, you know, messing with them chords, messing with them instruments. You got to bring instruments back into the school, man. These kids got to prioritize instruments over PE and crap, man. You know, everybody ain't going to the NBA, but man, people can pick up an instrument and go be live instrumentalists and producers and different things like that, man. We need to save, you know, bring these kids back to having instruments in the school, in PE, all that different stuff, PE, you know, music class. We got to bring those things. We got to bring the love for those things back. Band, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Bring, you know, revive the pulse of this music. Right now, again, it's on life support and it's moving off fumes, and they're living off old catalog. They're living off the music that actually had a pulse to it. So we need to make more of that, new versions of that they're living off of, because they can't live off this new stuff. It doesn't last long enough, and it has no staying power, period.